Okay, so I have all of the pages glued together. So this black page will get glued into the front cover, and this black page will get glued onto the back cover, and that's how everything will be assembled. So if I were to hold this up, all of these pages are stuck together. So I'm going to set this aside for a moment, and I'm going to show you how we get the book covers set up. So here, this is JR's book cover. This is his front, this is his back. So I want to make sure that I turn them onto their fronts so the inside book cover is showing. And this is going to be the spine. So I'm going to glue my hot glue on the very edge of the book cover. It has to be on the edge because we don't have a whole lot of room with our spine, so we want to make sure that we are using as much of this spine as possible. So, see what I'm doing here? That hot glue. This glue gun is not behaving. For whatever reason, I'm going to be buying new hot glue guns today. Anyway, so that's as good as it's going to get. Then I'm going to glue the spine close to the edge also. If you notice on the spine, it has this finished edge, and I want to make sure that it's just this finished edge that's getting glued onto the cover. I think I went a little too far on this one because the hot glue gun was not behaving. So I'm going to go ahead and do it again. Let's see if I can get it to work any better. Here we go. Now we're getting some flow. Alrighty. You want to make sure that the front and back cover are lined up. That one end is not higher than the other, because that'll look weird. Okay. Okay, so you see that there's that extra space in between. But now, to give the spine a little added strength, I'm going to put hot glue on the edge again. And flip this end up, glue it down. Now I notice I've got a little bit of a gap here that didn't get glued down, so I'm just going to go back with some more hot glue and glue that down again. I'll do it again on this side. The next thing I want to do is plan where my ribbons are going to go, because we don't want one to be higher than the other because it'll be too difficult to tie. So what I do, I like to close the book, make sure that it's even, and then I'll take either a pencil or a marker kind of eyeball, figure out where the center is going to be. and press the two bookends together. So now I've got a black dot here and here. So that's where the ribbon is going to get glued. You don't need a lot of it. So just that very end on each side. Okay. Then the final step is to glue all of my pages into the book. And that's why we need the black pages. So, I'm going to start with my hot glue. Go all around the edge, make sure I reinforce that ribbon. And then an X in the center. And I want to take the black piece and make sure that it is in line with the front cover. I'm a little bit off here, but not terribly. I can live with that. So now I'm going to go ahead and glue. Oh, this line's coming off. Let's make sure that that's glued on. Okay. Hot glue around the edges. X. I can always go back and add more glue if I need to. But it's really important, again, that I lift the back cover up and I make sure that the edge of the paper is in line with the edge of the book. Okay, so now that's the book. So I'm going to open it up and we've got all of our pages. Uh-oh. I glued one upside down. I'm going to have to fix that for him. I glued two upside down. Anyway, I'm going to have to fix those that I glued upside down, but anyway, that would be the book, and then the book gets tied. And that's it. That's how you assemble the book.